defined your focus, the one thing that you want to be known for, and you identified your ideal client, who you want to work with, and who might be interested in working with you. And with the two in hand, you start reaching out to build awareness as to what you have to offer. The only problem is nobody wants to talk to you. You start wondering if you will ever get any clients. Does this sound familiar? Do you know someone to whom this has happened? Maybe it's happened to you. There are several reasons why somebody that you believe is your ideal client might not want to talk to you about what you have to offer. But one of the most common reasons is you didn't take the time to validate that who you believe is your ideal client is interested in what you have to offer. Your focus, that one thing that you want to be known for, and what your ideal client looks like, who you want to work with and who you believe wants to work with you, need to work hand in hand. They need to be in sync. This video is all about validating your focus and your ideal client. It includes 5 techniques, 5 easy to implement techniques that will save you time in the long run. It will save you frustration and angst. And it will also help you start building awareness and relationships with people who might be interested in what you have to offer, instead of just building relationships with people. Hello, I'm Laura Burford, and I'm here with an additional consulting insight. If you are interested in insights to help you build and grow your consulting business, whether you're a contractor, independent worker, freelancer, or consultant, please consider subscribing to the channel. The link is below. And if you click on that bell, you'll be notified when the next video is available. If you like this video, click the like button. And if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to jot them below. I promise I'll respond. This video discusses 5 techniques, 5 easy to implement techniques to help you validate your focus and ideal client. But before I discuss the 5 techniques, let me note that there are several videos out on this channel to help you if you're not clear as to how to define your focus, as well as how to define and find your ideal client. I'll drop the links below in the description area so that you can go help yourself and make it easy for you to find the videos. Also, there's a workbook out on Laura's Consulting Guide. It's free to help you walk through thinking about defining your focus. I will also drop that link down below. Help yourself to the workbook. There's a few pages, but it's going to help point you in the right direction if you need help defining your focus. So technique 1, research. You might be saying, wait a minute, when I defined my focus and I defined my ideal client, I did some research. And you did. But I have watched many people not take a holistic approach to that research. They put blinders on. Here's my focus. Here's my ideal client. I'm recommending you take a step back and look at that research again. And if you haven't done the research, do the research. Talk to friends and family. Talk to acquaintances. Talk to associates. Ask their opinion. Observe. Watch what's going on around you. I've actually sat in a park and watched people walk by to see how they were reacting to certain situations. Observe what's going on around you. When I was working with clients before I went out on my own, I would sit and watch the clients and observe what was going on. Observe, see what's going on, because there are many times people say something that's different than their actions. Survey people. Ask them questions. Look at historical information. What's out there in studies, reports? Technique 1, research. Go back and look what you've already done and look at it from a holistic perspective. Techniques 2 to 5 require you to connect with people, to talk to people that you're comfortable with. Your aim is to validate your focus and ideal client. So if you know the person, it's much easier to ask their opinion. What's important is you're not trying to sell them anything. You're trying to get some advice from them. So technique 2, one-on-one conversations. You want to physically talk to somebody one-on-one over a cup of coffee. Okay, I said physically. We can't always connect physically, sitting across one another and having a cup of coffee. But you can have a one-on-one conversation using a video conferencing tool. Zoom became very popular in 2020. Having a one-on-one conversation, whether it's physically in person or over the internet with the help of some type of video conferencing tool, enables you to see the person. Not only do you hear what they have to say, you see how they respond. And you want to ask everybody you talk to the same questions or variations of the questions. And you want to dive down. Technique number 2, one-on-one conversations, is the best way to validate who is your ideal client and are they interested in your focus. But I'll be honest, you cannot always connect one-on-one. You might have to use a telephone. Technique number 3, have a phone call conversation. Ask the questions. Same questions you asked or would be asking if it was one-on-one. Technique number 4 is email. Send the questions and go back and forth with an email chain. But be careful, you don't want this chain to go on too long. The last technique, technique number 5, is use surveys. Ask people if they'd be open to a survey and send a survey to the people. But ask them first if they're open to answering a survey. Surveys, I'll be honest, out of the 5 techniques, are at the bottom of the pile. I just highlighted 5 techniques to help you validate that your focus and ideal client are in sync, that they work together. The first, research. Perform some additional research if you need to. Take a step back and take a holistic look at the research that you've already done when you just find your focus and ideal client. Techniques 2 to 5 require you to connect with people. The best way to validate that your focus and ideal client are in sync, they work hand in hand, is to have one-on-one conversations with people that you know. Technique 3 is have phone conversations with people that you know. Technique 4, use email. Go back and forth over email and validate. And technique 5 is use surveys. The best out of the 5 techniques to help you validate that your focus and ideal client are in sync, have one-on-one conversations with people you know. The least best way to validate your focus and ideal client, but it does work, is to use surveys. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this video. I really do appreciate it. If you need some additional help with defining your focus or your ideal client, consider checking out some of the other videos on this channel. I did put links down below in the description area, so help yourself. There's even a playlist that's just focused on focus and ideal client. If you're interested in some additional help, more than in the video on focus, consider going ahead and grabbing the workbook that's out on Laura's Consulting Guide. It's free. I've added a link below as well. I do, in all honesty, go into more detail with defining focus as well as ideal client and validating in my courses. You can find the courses out on Laura's Consulting Guide. And now I'm going to sign off. But before I sign off, till next time, please consider subscribing to the channel. And if you click on that yellow bell, you'll be notified when the next video is available. And if you like this video, please give me a heads up and like. The comment section's below if you have any questions. And here's a favor I ask of you. If there's a topic you would like to see me discuss in a future video, jot that down below as well. And now, until next time, I'm signing off. Take care.